The file was thicker than it needed to be. Cream-colored folder, embossed seal, my name typed cleanly at the top, like it had never belonged to her mouth before. I stood in the corridor outside the conference room, the glass walls reflecting a version of me I barely recognized, older, leaner, quieter. Inside, she laughed. Not loudly. Controlled, professional. The laugh of someone who believed they had arrived. 9 years, a man said. That's impressive support. Her reply drifted through the glass, casual, almost bored. He was just a step on the way up. I felt nothing at first. That worried me. I waited until the door opened. Until she stepped out, heels clicking, posture perfect. Her eyes flicked to me and froze. A fracture? Quick and involuntary. "Why are you here?" she asked. I held up the folder. "You opened a file," I said. "I thought you deserved to know who the other name belonged to." She stared at the seal, her color drained. For the first time in years, she couldn't hide it. 9 years earlier, I had learned how to be invisible. I paid tuition invoices without comment, cooked dinner after 12-hour shifts, drove her father to dialysis twice a week, memorizing the rhythm of the machines, the way his hand trembled when the needle went in. I learned patience, silence, the art of staying. She studied. I sustained. When she passed her final licensing exam, she didn't cry. She didn't hug me. She said it was time for alignment. That was the word she used when she ended the marriage. I didn't fight. I didn't beg. I signed the papers and left the apartment empty, down to the photos. I disappeared because I understood something she didn't yet. People only respect what they think they earned alone. Years passed. I rebuilt quietly. Different city, different name on the door. I worked behind contracts and holding companies, never attaching myself to anything that could bleed. Then a junior associate sent me a conflict of interest alert. Same last name, same license number, different role. She had joined a firm that was about to merge with one of my subsidiaries. Due diligence required disclosure of all prior financial entanglements. Marriage counted. She didn't recognize the corporate entity. She didn't recognize me. Until she opened the file. I didn't rush it. I reviewed everything first. Bank transfers from years ago, my money, routed through accounts she had assumed were joint. Tuition payments labeled as gifts. Medical bills for her father paid under my consulting firm's old name. I watched her public interviews. The way she talked about resilience, independence. How she had built herself. I requested a compliance meeting under a neutral pretext. Sent no personal messages. Let the firm do what firms do best: paper trails, confirmations, signatures. She began asking questions, quietly, nervously. I could see it in the way her emails changed. Tone. Shorter. Sharper. Fear. Leaking through professionalism. I stayed silent. At night, I remembered the sound of her father's breathing in the passenger seat. How she used to fall asleep with her study notes on my chest. I didn't let it soften me. Truth doesn't care about nostalgia. The compliance meeting was scheduled for 30 minutes. It lasted 6. She sat across from me, legs crossed, pen poised, ready to dominate the room, until I slid the report forward. Highlighted sections. Dates, amounts. Her breathing changed first, then her hands. "This is a mistake," she said. I waited. "You waived spousal claims," she added. "You walked away." "I did," I said. "From the marriage, not the record." She flipped pages faster now, panic unmasked. "You told people I was nothing," I continued. A step. Steps leave footprints. She looked up at me then, really looked. Recognition landed like a delayed wound. "I don't want anything from you," I said before she could speak. "This isn't about money." Her mouth opened, closed. "The merger," I went on, "can't proceed. Undisclosed conflict. Material misrepresentation." Her career, everything she built on the story of self-made success, collapsed in that moment. Not with shouting, with compliance language. She reached for control. "We can negotiate." I stood. "You already did," I said. 9 years ago. I left the folder on the table, walked out without shaking hands. Let the firm handle the rest. Revenge doesn't need witnesses. It needs timing. Later, alone, I felt the echo. Not joy, not satisfaction. Clarity. I had loved her when love was an investment. She loved herself like a return. Somewhere, she would explain this as betrayal, as cruelty. She would say I ruined her. She would never say my name. That was fine. I had already disappeared once. This time, I left nothing behind, not even regret.